Have you ever felt like your mind is running a different operating system than everyone else's? You notice things other people don't. You think about things long after everyone else has moved on. You replay conversations, question decisions, analyze situations from every possible angle. And sometimes, it feels less like a gift and more like a burden. Most people assume intelligence makes life easier. Psychology suggests something different, because some of the same traits that help intelligent people solve problems can also create struggles that quietly drain their energy, relationships, and peace of mind. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why. If you've ever felt like your own brain works against you, consider subscribing for more psychology-based videos that help you understand yourself on a deeper level. Because the struggle isn't what most people think it is. Struggle number 1. You can't stop overthinking. Highly intelligent people tend to process information more deeply. That sounds useful, and often it is, but there's a hidden cost. Your brain doesn't stop at one explanation. It creates 5, then 10, then 20. A simple text message becomes a mystery. A small decision becomes a mental debate. A future possibility becomes an entire movie playing inside your head. Psychologists call this analysis paralysis. Your brain becomes so focused on finding the perfect answer that taking action feels increasingly difficult. It's like standing at a crossroads with a map so detailed that you never start walking. And the smarter you are, the more routes you can see. But that's only the beginning. Struggle number 2. Feeling different from everyone around you. Have you ever been in a room full of people and still felt alone? Not because nobody likes you, not because you're antisocial, but because your mind naturally goes deeper than the conversation. While others discuss what happened, you're wondering why it happened. While others focus on facts, you're looking for patterns. While others move on, you're still connecting dots. Research on personality psychology shows that highly intelligent individuals often score higher in openness to experience. They tend to enjoy exploring ideas, possibilities, and abstract concepts. The problem? Not everyone enjoys living in that mental space. And over time, you can start feeling like nobody truly understands how your mind works. Struggle number 3, perfectionism. One of the most frustrating side effects of intelligence is seeing how things could be. Your brain naturally identifies improvements, better solutions, better outcomes, better versions of yourself. Sounds productive, but often it creates perfectionism. Because when you can clearly imagine excellence, ordinary progress starts feeling disappointing. Behavioral psychologists have found that perfectionism often leads to procrastination, not laziness, avoidance. You delay because the outcome doesn't match the ideal image in your head. Ironically, the desire to do something perfectly becomes the reason it never gets done. Struggle number 4, difficulty relaxing. For some people, relaxation happens naturally. They finish work, watch a show, go to sleep. Their mind powers down. For highly intelligent people, it often doesn't work that way. Your brain keeps scanning, reviewing, predicting, solving. Neuroscientists sometimes compare this to an engine that idles at a higher speed. Even when you're resting, your brain remains active. You replay conversations, think about future scenarios, analyze old mistakes, and suddenly it's 2 a.m. The room is quiet, but your mind isn't. Reframe. At this point, these struggles might sound like flaws. They're not. They're adaptations. Your brain develops strong pattern recognition systems. The same ability that helps you identify opportunities also helps you identify risks. The same awareness that helps you understand complex ideas also makes you more aware of uncertainty. Think of intelligence as a microscope. A microscope reveals details others can't see. But if everything is magnified, even tiny problems can start looking enormous. The goal isn't getting rid of the microscope. The goal is learning when to zoom in and when to zoom out, because the next struggles come from that same mechanism. Struggle number 5, anxiety from seeing too many possibilities. Most people worry about what is likely. Highly intelligent people often worry about what is possible. And there's a huge difference. Your brain can generate countless future scenarios, some realistic, some unlikely, some almost impossible. But your nervous system reacts to all of them. Psychologically, anxiety is deeply connected to prediction, and intelligent minds are prediction machines. The problem is that possibility is not probability. Just because something could happen doesn't mean it will. Yet your brain continues preparing for it anyway. Struggle number 6, being your own harshest critic. Intelligence often increases self-awareness. You notice your mistakes, your weaknesses, your blind spots. Unfortunately, that awareness can become self-criticism. Every awkward moment gets replayed. Every failure gets analyzed. Every imperfection gets highlighted. Your mind becomes both the judge and the prosecutor. What other people forget in a day, you might remember for years. Not because you're weak, because your memory for patterns keeps bringing it back. Psychological mechanism. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. Imagine your attention as a spotlight. Most people shine it directly in front of them. You naturally shine yours farther into the distance. That helps you anticipate problems, solve challenges, see patterns, create ideas. But it also means you spend more time thinking about things that aren't happening yet. The spotlight itself isn't the problem. The direction of the spotlight is. An understanding that leads to the next struggles. Struggle number 7, difficulty living in the present. When your brain constantly explores the future, the present moment can start feeling secondary. You're eating dinner, but thinking about next week. You're walking outside, but analyzing yesterday. You're spending time with friends, but mentally somewhere else. The future becomes more interesting than reality. And slowly, life begins happening while you're busy thinking about it. This isn't because you're careless. It's because your brain is optimized for possibility. The challenge is remembering that life only exists in the present. Struggle number 8, existential questions that never fully go away. Perhaps the deepest struggle of all is the tendency to question everything. Who am I? Why am I here? What actually matters? What's the point of success? Of achievement? Of life itself? These aren't casual thoughts. They're questions that can stay with you for years. Psychologists have long observed that abstract thinking often leads people toward existential reflection. The ability to ask profound questions is one of intelligence's greatest strengths. But it can also become one of its heaviest burdens. Because not every important question has a clear answer. Practical framework. So what can you do? Not to become less intelligent, but to stop intelligence from becoming suffering. Step 1. Schedule your thinking. Give deep thinking a specific place. Why it works? The brain responds better to boundaries than endless mental wandering. Example. Instead of worrying all day, spend 20 focused minutes journaling about the problem. Then move on. Step 2. Act before you feel ready. Why it works? Behavioral psychology shows action creates clarity faster than thinking alone. Example. Apply for the opportunity before you've analyzed every possible outcome. Step 3. Practice attention training. Not positive thinking. Attention training. Why it works? Whatever receives attention grows stronger in the brain. Example. Spend 5 minutes noticing sounds, sights, and sensations without analyzing them. Step 4. Lower the standard of the first draft. Why it works? Perfectionism weakens when starting becomes easier. Example. Allow yourself to create something messy before creating something good. Step 5. Find people who value depth. Why it works? Psychological connection reduces loneliness more than social quantity. Example. One meaningful conversation can satisfy emotional needs more than dozens of shallow interactions. Integration. Remember the spotlight. That's the mental model. Your intelligence allows you to see farther than most people. That's a gift. But life doesn't happen where the spotlight ends. Life happens where your feet are standing. Wisdom isn't seeing every possibility. Wisdom is knowing which possibilities deserve your attention. And perhaps that's the real challenge of being highly intelligent. Learning how to use your mind without being controlled by it. Quiet, empowering, close. If you've recognized yourself in these struggles, there's something important to remember. You're not struggling because you're broken. You're struggling because your mind notices more, processes more, questions more. And while that can feel exhausting, it can also become one of your greatest strengths. The same mind that creates complexity can create understanding. The same awareness that finds problems can find meaning. The goal isn't to think less. The goal is to think with intention. Because intelligence isn't measured by how many answers you have. Sometimes it's measured by how peacefully you can live with the questions. And maybe that's the lesson most people never hear. The strongest mind isn't the one that thinks the most. It's the one that knows when to let go. If this video gave you a new perspective on yourself, subscribe for more psychology and self-understanding content. Until next time, take care of your mind. It's been carrying more than most people realize.